Interview nerves creep up the minute you walk into your interview, causing you to stutter as soon as you're asked the first question. If you've found yourself in this scenario over and over again, then you've come to the right place. Within this video, we will walk you through 10 tips that'll make you more confident in an interview. Number 1. Remember your value. Before you walk through the company doors, remind yourself that you've made it this far for a reason. You've already done the hard part by securing the interview, so go in there and prove that the hiring manager made the right choice by shortlisting you. Simply back up the claims on your CV with relatable examples and let the conversation flow naturally. Number 2. Take some deep breaths. When you start feeling anxious, the blood flows away from your brain and into your muscles. The lack of blood in your brain then affects your cognitive behavior, which makes you stutter, forget your words, and panic. In order to remain calm, take in 3 deep breaths through your nose and out through your mouth. Number 3. Maintain eye contact. A lack of eye contact is the biggest giveaway when it comes to lacking confidence. So even if you're trembling in your boots, make a conscious effort to maintain natural eye contact throughout your interview. The keyword here is natural. You don't want to stare at your interviewer for a prolonged period of time and make them feel uncomfortable. Number 4. Watch your body language. Your body language and posture are just as important as eye contact. So if you're a fidget, try to keep that under wraps during your interview. For example, if you're prone to shaking your legs, place your hands on your lap to avoid any unnecessary movements. Number 5. Listen. While singing your own praises is good, you need to show that you're a decent listener too. Follow your natural instincts as an introvert and use your great listening skills to understand what your interviewer is saying and to bring it back into the conversation. This act will be sure to impress your hiring manager. Number 6. Interview the hiring manager. Don't forget that an interview is a two-way street, and you have the opportunity to ask your own questions and judge whether the job and company tick all your boxes too. Not only will this show that you're genuinely interested in the role, but will exude confidence at the same time. Number 7. Act it out. As the old saying goes, if in doubt, act it out. A great technique to appear more confident in an interview is to impersonate someone who is naturally confident. Let's say you have a self-assured friend, mimic their behavior during the interview and act as they would to come across as more confident. Number 8. Think positively. One of the main reasons for interview nerves is due to candidates thinking the worst. They picture themselves stumbling over their words before it's even happened. So, to flip that and make sure everything goes smoothly, project positivity and make yourself excited for your interview. Number 9. Complete an extroverted act before the interview. Chances are you probably wouldn't have spoken much before your interview, especially if it's scheduled first thing in the morning. So, to help boost your confidence, complete an extroverted act, like having small talk with the barista during your morning coffee run or chatting to the receptionist while you wait to be called into the interview room. Number 10. Smile. Last but not least, don't forget to smile. Smiling shows that you're happy to be there and are generally an approachable person. It's also contagious, so the more you smile, the more your interviewer will smile back, making it a more relaxed and warmer environment. With these tips, you should be feeling confident and ready to ace your
During an interview, you may be focused on how you're presenting yourself. However, remember that a job interview is also the time for you to assess whether the employer is a good fit for you. This includes identifying whether you will have a good manager in this role. As a result, be sure to ask these 4 types of questions during your interview to spot a good manager. Undoubtedly, the company's culture will be a crucial part of your decision, should you receive an offer. Additionally, learning how your potential manager views the company's culture can give you a better preview of the kind of culture you can expect in this role. Make sure you ask culture questions like, how would you describe your company culture? What are some career development opportunities offered to employees? What do you personally enjoy about working here? In order to understand more about your day-to-day in this role, it's important to understand your potential employer's management style. When you have a better idea of how they treat employees, you'll learn what your working relationship with this manager might look like. To do so, ask questions like, how do you define your management style? How often do you check in with your team, either individually or as a department? Tell me about a time you had to deal with an underperformer. What did you do? When you learn more about your potential team members, you can not only discover where your skills fit in, but you'll also learn what your manager values most in their employees. As a result, you'll be able to understand what kind of environment this manager has cultivated. To do so, ask questions like, what is one habit your best team members practice that you expect in new hires? What was the last team achievement that was celebrated? How do you envision a new hire contributing to the team? As you evaluate a potential manager, you'll want to learn what you can expect to do in your first months in a role. When you understand what is expected of you, you'll have a better idea of whether you're on the same page as this manager, and you'll have a better idea of whether you're compatible. Ask questions like, how do you measure individual performance? How are these metrics determined? What does a typical workday week look like for someone in this role? What will I be expected to accomplish within my first 6 months in this role?